Hey guys, welcome to another video of my channel, and today I'm gonna show you my progress, update 2 in my paper G17, and today I'm gonna show you the things I have already done for the frame. So I have already started the frame, and here's the frame. So you should be asking now why the frame is divided in so much pieces, how are they going to look like together, and I'm gonna try to arrange this for you to see how it's going to be the shape of the frame. So basically we have here lots of middle pieces that are going to be glued together, and all together they're going to give the inside shape for the frame. So this is the outer pieces, outer panels for the frame. So here you can see the cutout for the thumb, the resting thumb thing. Here you can see the cutout for the magazine release, trigger pin and stuff like that. So this is going to be outside the gun. Then we have this other piece here. So now we have this other one. I guess that's it. Yes, that's it. It's going to be like this, glued like this. Then we have this piece. Then we have this piece. Then we have this piece, and now it's going the other side of the gun is basically going to be a mirror of this side. So we have exactly the same pieces, but they're going to be glued in the other side. So, and then we have mirror of the other side. So here, here, and finally the outer panel. So yes, that's basically how it's going to look like. I know it's kind of messy, but when I glue it together it will look pretty good, I hope. And here, as you can see, we have, I unfortunately can't hold this to make it look like good, because the pieces are going just to be like sticking out, and it's basically impossible for me to hold these pieces in the correct position. But that's going to be more or less how it's going to look like. So the total width here for the gun is about 3.2 centimeters. Okay, it's a pretty thick gun, the Glock. And here, as you can see, we have little details for the rails and stuff like that. So not going into these details with you yet, because it is actually a little confusing to show it right now, because I can't hold the pieces in place. So yeah, basically I guess I'll be gluing them together before showing you the internal shapes and stuff like that. So here I have this middle piece already glued together. So here we have a total of 90 layers of paper stacked with super glue. And as you can see, I already gave a finishing in baking soda and super glue here to the top surface. So all this top surface, this little countering here and this little countering here also are already finished in super glue and baking soda. And why I have done this finishing already? Well, that's basically because when I stack these two side pieces onto this surface here, this middle piece, so just grab it here and show you guys. Basically this inner surface will be limited laterally by the two side panels here, so it will be pretty difficult for me to reach this inner surface and give it a proper finishing. So I prefer to give already the finishing, right? So I actually recommend for those who are attempting to make this project, do the same thing. Keep attention inner surfaces that are going to be blocked somehow, and already give them a proper finishing. So here in the trigger, this slot here, this cutout is for the trigger to like stick outside of the frame and for you to be able to press it and stuff like that. And here, as you can see, I have a little channel for the it's kind of crappy, the flash, so the little channel for the spring, the takedown lever spring, it goes inside the trigger guard through this hole here. just take sheet metal and show you how it's gonna look like when it's ready. So here I have it already inside, and as you can see it goes inside the trigger guard through this hole, and basically what it does, it makes this sheet metal here have a little bit of tension. So as you can see it has tension, so it acts as a spring, and this will be totally bent down 90 degrees here and act as a spring for the takedown lever. So that's basically why we have this slot right here. And next step, I think I'm just going to stack the other layers, just recorded this small part to show the finishings I've made here in the inside, and tell for those who are attempting to make this project to pay attention to these small details, the finishing stuff in surfaces that will somehow be blocked, okay? And also I'm actually going to have and remake these two pieces right here, because they're actually, these I don't need this trigger guard detail, so basically just trim down, and for me to reach the correct thickness for the trigger guard. So it should be 1.5 centimeters thick, the trigger guard, and if I stack it all together with this piece having the trigger guard detail, I get about 1.7 centimeters thickness for the trigger guard. So basically I'm gonna remake these pieces but without the trigger guard. So yeah, here we have more progress and what I've made so far. Here, as you can see, I glued the middle pieces together. This is how the inside frame will look like. So here I have already the finishing in baking soda and super glue, as well as in this wall right here. This came out a little bit strange because, as you can see, it is wider here in the top portion than in the bottom portion, so the walls here actually are narrowing inside, but it's not a problem at all. I just need to put some layers, additional layers here between this panel and this middle piece right here in order to make them be a little more separate like this. And that's how it's going to look like when I have already glued these side panels here in the bottom portion. But just because of this, I haven't glued yet, but yeah, that's actually not a problem at all. Here we have this cutout here is for the locking block, the Glock locking block. The locking block basically just guides the barrel down when you pull the slide back, so the barrel tilts a little bit up, and that's basically the function of the locking block, and it will fit right here in this cutout. And the little cutouts here for the takedown lever. Here we have also these two cutouts here, one on each side. These stand for the rails for the slide. So next step, I'll basically be gluing these side panels in this block, so it will look like this. And as you can see, I have two little holes right here, two rectangular holes in each side because of this little cutout here. And basically what I'm gonna do is just glue the rails inside here. I'm gonna use a sheet metal to make the rails, so I'll bend it and cut it and glue this inside these two holes for it not to break or bend or something like that, okay? Just to make it very strong fitted in the frame. So that's how it's going to look like. As you can see, it's pretty much already completed the frame, I would say. So actually I did remake this part, so these are basically garbage. And what I've done is just like, as you can see here, this is the part I remade for this. So as you can see, the same cutout here, and I basically just had to put in addition 4 layers for the trigger guard shape. So now I have the 1.6 centimeters thickness for the trigger guard. I guess I said 1.5 in the last sequence, but it is actually 1.6 centimeter thickness for the trigger guard for it to be in the correct dimension, okay? So yeah, these are garbage, and that's basically what I have for now. Have already put some baking soda and super glue here in the trigger guard sides. although I haven't filed them yet and the trigger guard isn't finished, but I already started the contouring here on the sides of the trigger guard, so a little bit rounded inwards like this. I still need to contour the inner surface right here. I still need to apply baking soda and super glue to this inner surface, but guess that's it for this update, okay? These two side panels, I guess I'm gonna have to remake them because they are a little bit thicker than they should, and the total width for the pistol has to be about 3 centimeters, okay? The overall width is about 3.2 centimeters, but the pistol, the frame itself, should be 3 centimeters width, okay? The 2 millimeters left are going to be occupied by the textures in the pistol grip. So have 1 millimeter in each side of textures, and the frame, the total width for the frame, it is actually 3 centimeters. So for these two side panels right here, they are a little bit thicker than they should, as I have already said. And I guess I'm gonna remake them using only 15 layers, so that should give me the correct 3 centimeters for the total thickness for the frame. Okay, but yes, I guess that's basically it for this update. I'm gonna just stop the video for now. One more time, I'm gonna align the layers here for to see how the pistol is turning out, the frame. So here you have the slot for the trigger and other format details here in the inside. Of course, it doesn't look that good because I don't have the layers glued together, but yeah. So here we have the magazine release cutout, trigger slot, the locking block, the disassembly latch, the little hole here for the spring, the takedown latch spring, and of course here in the inside I still have to put some more layers of paper in order to make the details here, the housing for the takedown lever. This part here in the front is actually a little bit rounded here, so still need to apply epoxy in order to make that. But these details I'm only going to make in further videos, okay? For this update, that's all. Right, I still need to finish here the back portion, the trigger assembly thing right here, but again, I'm not making this right now. So hope you like the video. As I have already said, I won't be making a proper tutorial for this thing, but I will try to explain in every detail I can for you guys who are attempting to make one of these succeed in your attempt, right? So every doubt, every comment you want to comment below, I'll answer you. Every doubt regarding this own project right here, if you are attempting to make one and you want to know how thick is this, how much layers did I use to make the pieces and stuff like that, feel free to ask below also. Okay? My email is in the description, so feel free to contact me through the email also, okay? So that's basically it. Hope you liked the video. If you liked the video, thumbs up please, subscribe to my channel for further updates, and okay, that's all, and see you next time.